Now to our other top story. All day today we've been talking to you about another top story, the issue of dangerous dogs in our neighborhoods. It started this morning when we asked you, have you experienced dangerous dogs on the loose in your neighborhood? And here's a look at the results right there. An overwhelming majority of you saying yes, more than 75% in fact. And you've also let your voices be heard when we asked, do you have dangerous dogs in your neighborhood, or have you seen them in your neighborhood? Jackie on Facebook saying yes, and it's one of the reasons I don't ever walk in my neighborhood, which is sad. And Chris also saying yes, I can't even go for a walk in my neighborhood off of Marbach due to all the dogs that people let loose in their front yards. Now this of course all comes after an incident earlier this week on Southcross Boulevard on the southwest side. That's when a pack of dogs got loose and attacked a woman and bit a San Antonio police cruiser as well. You can see it in the video. Just yesterday, Animal Care Services holding a news conference to talk about that very incident.
The owner is not doing right and creating an unsafe situation in their neighborhood, and it resulted in this bite.
Tonight, that woman is still recovering after being bitten in the leg, and now we've learned that the dog owner had a history with Animal Care Services, including other citations in the recent years. There were 8 dogs in that pack, all living in one house. 5 are in ACS custody right now. The victim is moving forward with a dangerous dog investigation, which will help determine what happens to the animals. The dog owner was hit with more than 30 citations, but will those citations actually make a difference? That is a question tonight. The Newsroom team's Jordan Elder found out that many people never end up paying them, and that's leading to money being lost and a lack of accountability.
The owner of the dogs didn't want to speak on camera, but one of the first things he told me was that he knows he was negligent here. He says he was trying to do the right thing when all of his dogs continued reproducing to keep them all, but he says he now knows that it got out of hand.
For years, neighbors have been reporting these dogs running up and down West Southcross Boulevard. The owner hit with citations for incidents in 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Unfortunately, the owner didn't learn the lesson.
Animal Care Services now holding 5 of the 8 dogs that lived there after they bit a woman in the leg this week and attacked city cars. The agency says they're trying to hold people accountable for not following the laws.
It's your job to do that, and we're going to be out there not only helping you and educating you, but at the same time, we're going to hold people accountable that don't do it.
But we obtained records showing that even though ACS hands out citations for animal offenses, not everyone is paying them. In fact, about half of all citations went unpaid in the last few years, adding up to more than $1 million.
How can ACS hold people accountable if those citations aren't being enforced?
Right, it definitely makes ACS's job 10 times harder if those citations aren't being enforced, because they're getting calls for the same house, for the same dog, getting picked up again and again.
And your tax dollars are being used to make those repeat visits, according to Councilwoman Marina Alderete-Gavito. She introduced a policy that would up the fines for people who continuously violate animal laws.
When we are enforcing and imposing larger fines and holding them accountable, that is what we're looking to do to change the culture so that these people, these negligent owners, aren't doing this again and again.
It's the municipal courts that enforce these fines after ACS hands them out. We asked the city why so many have gone unpaid in recent years and what they can do to enforce them. In a statement, San Antonio Municipal Court says they have methods to collect those fines, like payment reminders in letters, texts, and emails. For criminal cases, they can also issue arrest warrants. They say it's important to note, though, about 80% of the cases they handle involve civil offenses. Every year, the court conducts a campaign to help people resolve their violations, including with animal offenses. Residents here on Southcross tell me enforcement is more important than ever. Without it, safety's at risk.
Changing that culture is going to take some effort, but we have to do it.
The owner tells me he would like to reclaim these dogs, but as of right now, he says he doesn't know if he's eligible to. For the News 4i team, I'm Jordan Elder.
Thanks for watching this video. For more headlines from News 4 San Antonio, make sure you like and subscribe.